Hello friends, welcome to Tech with Soft. So today we are going to start MongoDB. Many friends have suggested they want to learn MongoDB. So that's why I made a one fresh series of MongoDB where you can learn from scratch to till advanced. How do we perform kind of operation with MongoDB? Why do we use MongoDB? What is the purpose of it? What are the difference between SQL and non-SQL database? Right? And what is the difference between structural and non-structural database? So that all we are going to cover in this particular session, right? So let's we cover first what is a MongoDB. So MongoDB is a one kind of NoSQL database which is designed for high performance, high availability and easy scalability. So these are the three terms is very important. Okay, whenever you will work with MongoDB, right? Performance means it will always give a high performance, right? High availability, data will be available in all the scenarios, right? No downtime kind of that, and easy scalability, data could be managed as per the data. As per the requirement, it will increase, it will decrease data as per the performance kind of that. So these are the three major advantage of MongoDB: high performance, high availability and easy scalability. Unlike a traditional relational database like MySQL or PostgreSQL, right? They are the structured query, they support structured query language and they will having a data in the table format, right? But MongoDB always having a data in the JSON like a document format, right? So here it support BSON, which is a binary JSON kind of that. JSON is a JavaScript object notation, right? That is a full form of it. So we will look on it. What is the BSON? How does it store the JSON format? All when we will do the practical of it, and when do we write the queries of it, right? So that it is saying that MySQL will store data into a table, which could be row and column format, where MongoDB does store the data in the JSON like a document format. So this JSON will always be in the key value pair. So you can see here that's a document oriented store. That is one of the advantage of MongoDB, features of MongoDB, right? It will store the data into a key value pair. How does it manage the key and value? That all we will look. So these are the advantage of MongoDB: document oriented storage, schema flexibility, scalability, high performance, powerful query language, right? So it is support powerful query language like rich queries, aggregations, filtering, and these all are the kind of advantage of MongoDB, right? How does this look, aggregation and all, how does this rich query it will look, that we will understand when do we perform the example of it, right? It will provide the replication as well, support replica sets for fault tolerance and high availability, right? So as we have seen, one advantage, one features of MongoDB is high availability. How does it provide? With the replica set. So somewhere we have fault tolerance, right? Fault tolerance means if data is not available due to some reason, then it will take from the replicas itself, right? So normal way we can use kind of caching feature, right? Same way MongoDB does provide a fault tolerant, replica set kind of features where it will have available for the fault tolerance, so that data will be highly available. These are the some use cases of MongoDB, like real-time analytics, content management system, IoT applications, kind of that all information we can use, or that all purpose we can use the MongoDB, right? And that is a kind of example. How does it store the data? So suppose if I want to store this name, email, age, and some kind of interest, right? So here I'm using Alice as a one name, right? It is having a one email ID is age, but you can see here one column that is automatically generated here, which is called primary key. So MongoDB does take care auto primary key generation kind of that, right? Where that will be column name is called _ID. That information does not provide by the user, that ID generated by the MongoDB itself. Okay, so that could not be duplicate. If I have a multiple records, multiple rows, every rows, right, will having in the form of will having like different this object ID, right? And we know that here row will be what? Row will be nothing like a kind of JSON format, like that will having a key value pair, right? Kind of that. Now, what is the difference between RDBMS and non-relational database, right? Relational database and non-relational database, that we are going to cover under this section, right? So first I am going to cover RDBMS. So RDBMS will having a structure in the table format, schema, fixed schema, right? Data will remain in a structure format. We can perform the relationship between multiple tables by using the foreign key. Query language, does it support SQL, structured query language? Example we have like RDMS, MySQL, Postgre, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server. These all are the example of relational database management system, right? Best for application need structured data or complex query. For that purpose, we will go with the relational database management, right? Advantage, data integrity. Disadvantage, less flexible with unstructured data. So if we have unstructured data, right, data will not be in a proper format. That time RDBMS language like SQL, MySQL will not be preferable. So that time we have to go with the NoSQL database, which is a no structured query language. So here data will not be in a proper structured format. How does it look? Structure store data in varied format. Varied format cannot be fixed. That will always store data in a key value pair, document, graph, or wide columns. So these are the three way on the form of that we may have a structure of the MongoDB. Schema, schema-less or dynamic schema, flexible structure. So here we have a fixed, I mean, you can compare that with, right? With RDMS we have fixed structure, but here we have a dynamic structure, flexible structure. Relationship, limited or non-supported for join, right? So here we cannot perform the join operation. Denormalization is common for, right? That is the relationship here. Query language, use different query methods depending on the database type. So it does use different kind of query language. What are the different kind of query language that we do understand? We will understand. Examples we have like MongoDB, right? Redis, that will also store key value format. Neo4j, that will also represent for graph. Cassandra, wide column. So they all are the example of non-SQL database language. So whenever you want to perform better, we can go in this kind of languages, right? What are the best for handling unstructured or semi-structured data? So we have two type of data, structured format and unstructured format, right? So whenever you want to go with the structured format data, we will always go with the SQL. Whenever we want to go with the unstructured data, we will go with the MongoDB. So this is all about the basic idea, basic definition of MongoDB. What is a MongoDB? Why do we use MongoDB? What are the difference between SQL, non-SQL, right? What are the difference between structured, non-structured kind of that data, right? So that all about this. So if you like the video, please subscribe it, and thanks for watching.